Hello, everybody. Welcome to a really exciting live stream. It really has no name. It's just the kickoff to High Adventure Base registration. So, yay!
Happy High Adventure Base Registration Day to those of you who celebrate, and that should be everyone. Today is the day that the system goes live. We're talking about 2025 High Adventure Base registrations, and as you guys can see, we are joined by someone who's dressed for the winter, it looks like. How's it going up there, sir?
It's going well. It's cold. We got some snow this morning. It was negative 20 on the thermometer, so we are full in winter up here at Duke Pick.
That is our Northern Tier Program Director, Blake. We are so lucky to be joined by him today. It's a busy day for this guy, but he's carved out a few minutes for talking a little bit about Northern Tier treks, if that is something that you're considering registering for today. And also, we got to say, we've got two really cool prizes to give away in just a few minutes. If you comment along with the show, you're entering to win the recycled bundle, we're dubbing it, from Alps Mountaineering. They are so great to have donated this, but it's a two-person tent, 2 sleeping pads, and 2 Vice pillows. We'll be giving that one away in just a few minutes. And then at the end of today, or at the end of this live stream, not the end of the day, we'll be live 4 times today. We have a really exciting giveaway from Northern Tier. It is an Pick Camping Weekend individual program. So if you can get out there, you've got a spot if you win this. And all you have to do to enter to win is comment. Did I leave anything out?
I think you covered it, Gina. Yeah, this will be the first of 4 live little quick videos we're going to be doing today. Northern Tier has graciously volunteered to go first. Our friend Blake, you said negative 20, is that right?
Yep, that's Fahrenheit too.
I'm sure there's no way anybody's camping out there right now, right?
Well, that's what we do here at Northern Tier. We out in these extreme cold weathers, and the big thing is we teach scouts how to thrive in this weather, not just survive. It's not a survival course. It's not about being uncomfortable. It's about learning how much fun you can have even when it's 20 below zero.
I said this earlier this week, but when we talk to units, I'm not trying, I hope the other high adventure bases aren't watching, but I don't think that I've ever seen an impression made like I have on the scouts who have been to Northern Tier. I mean, they're changed after they've been there. They've got like a real call for the wild after that, it seems like. I'm just curious because we've also talked about this. There are certain treks that just, they have a little less space, so they fill up quicker. Are there any certain treks at Northern Tier that fill up more quickly? And if people want to make sure that they're getting their whole unit there, that they need to jump on those?
So our dog sled treks are pretty popular during the winter. And then some of our treks for the summer during kind of those holiday seasons, like July 4th area, kind of the peak of the summer, usually gets a lot of attention. And then our holiday stay programs during the winter as well. So our biggest chunk of winter programming is during that holiday break right after Christmas. And so those are kind of the treks that go first for us.
And remember, those of you who are having some comments come in now, everybody who's commented already has entered for a chance to win. We have a couple of prizes to give away today. We're going to do one of them maybe halfway through the show and then one towards the end. Keep those comments coming. If you have any questions for Blake, now's a great time to ask him. We'd love to hear your Northern Tier stories. I'll tell my Northern Tier story real quick, Gina, if I could. I was up there for winter. It was around this time of the year, maybe 10, 12 years ago. It was amazing. And what I really liked about it, what I appreciated was that they gave me this big, heavy sort of outer winter jacket layer thing that was really, really comfortable. Blake, is that right? Do you guys provide a lot of the winter gear that folks need to go camping up there?
Yeah, we provide everything that's not next to skin. So you have to bring your own thermal base layers, but everything else we can provide for you. We have boots that are rated down to negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We have multiple layers of fleece that you can layer up within a good wind layer on the outside. So we can provide all the clothing that you need for these extreme temperatures.
So cool. Jason's giving a shout out. Northern Tier, let's go. Our viewer count is climbing right now. Right now, there's not a ton of comments. You guys, there's a really good chance for you to win one of these prizes if you comment along with today's show. We don't usually go live at this time, so we're seeing that viewer count climb as we're live. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're even live on Instagram right now. Hillary says, loves Northern Tier. Would love to win a prize pack. Hillary, you just entered to win one. You actually just entered to win, an individual trek. Somebody did, at least maybe your scout. Chris, question: does Northern Tier still offer UKPIC leader training?
We do. So UKPIC originally started close to 50 years ago as a training for adults to teach them how to cold weather camp so they can bring it back to their units. And we still stick to that true today, where we still offer leader training for units that live in cold climates. They can send a leader here, learn the UKPIC way, learn the scouting way to kind of live in these environments, and then take that back to their home units.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so you mentioned the dog sledding, the mushing. That's a popular one. When I was out there, there were some scouts doing some ice fishing. There's cross-country skiing. There is snowshoeing. What am I leaving out, Blake? Obviously, they're spending the night outdoors in outdoor shelters. And am I missing any other winter activities?
We play broomball too, which is similar to hockey, but involves skates and soccer balls. Or smaller soccer balls, hiking, Quincy building. You can build your own winter shelter and sleep out in it. And actually, if you build a Quincy, which maybe we'll get the chance to see one here in a second, the Quincy's, it can be 20 below outside and be hovering above 20 degrees positive inside of a Quincy because of how snow insulates. So that's an activity that scouts can partake in and get the chance to sleep inside their own snow shelter.
We teased it a little bit. I'm actually feeling bad about it, but he's probably doesn't really care because it's going to send him outside on that negative 20 we just talked about. But what's really cool is Blake is actually, I'm not sure we've got to do this. He's going to actually take us outside so we can see that just snowy beauty of Northern Tier. He also gave us a warning that I think is pretty funny and interesting, funny to me. Your phone's going to obviously get really cold when you go out there, and it's possible our connection might be a little bit iffy, and that's why we're live. That's why that's what makes this exciting.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. 20 below affects phones pretty well.
It affects both phones and humans. So yeah, let's give it a shot, Blake, and see how it goes. In the meantime, Gina and I will just remind everybody that, again, today is the first day that you can register for 2025 treks. We're talking with Blake right now from Northern Tier. This is the first of 4 live videos that we will do today, spread out throughout the day. We're going to talk to the other, you can probably guess who else we're going to talk to today, Philmont, the Summit, and Seabase later this afternoon. Kind of get a taste of what they have as Blake heads outside. Maybe it is worth reminding folks that Northern Tier does have summer programs. It's not just winter programs. It's great that we're talking to Blake right now in the winter, but they're obviously known for their world-class canoeing in the boundary waters, those waters between the United States and Canada. Absolutely incredible. Blake, do you read us?
I hear you loud and clear.
Look how great he looks, Gina. He looks better than we do.
It's so cool. What are we looking at?
So we're just getting outside of our admin building here. So over there is our bay post. That's our outfitting building. That is where we outfit crews with all of their winter equipment. So inside that large building, we have piles and piles of winter clothing, boots, mittens, all the good stuff.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Talk about a winter wonderland, Blake. Let's show that camera move. There you go. Yeah, let's look at that. Just a gorgeous, ran right out of the storybook, right, Gina? It looks amazing.
It does look amazing. And to make this view sweeter, while we're taking a look at it, I'm going to announce who won our recycled bundle. And if you guys recall, that was a 2-person tent, 2 sleeping pads from Flickr, and then 2 Vice pillows. So, you've got a 2-person tent and then 2 sets of sleeping gear. Again, this is from our friends at Alps Mountaineering. You use this in a lot at some of the high adventure bases. And this is going to Greg Kuatera. I'm sure I'm butchering your name. Greg Kuatera. Greg, if you're watching, feel free to comment which channel you are watching this live video on. It'll make it easier for us to find you so I can message you and get your address and get this shipped your way. Otherwise, I will search for you and find you, but feel free to let us know, say Scouting Magazine Facebook or Northern Tier Facebook, whatever. But congratulations. And that's not the only prize we're giving away today, right, Aaron?
Yeah, congratulations to Greg. All he had to do to win that prize was just comment, and we have one more prize to give away. I'm going to make sure I word this right, Gina. Sorry, I don't have it in front of me. I should have it in front of me, but we're giving away one person trip to Ukpik. If you can get yourself there, it's an expenses paid experience at Northern Tier. You can see where Blake is right there. This is for one person. If you're going with your troop, for example, yours is already paid for. If you win, all you have to do is comment. Look, it looks like a Quincy right there.
Yeah, we've got one of our test Quincy's here that our staff built earlier as a chance to learn how to build Quincy's. I don't know how much you guys can see. You can curl up in there, and again, there can be a 40-degree difference between the outside air temperature and the temperature inside of that Quincy.
Yeah, when I went to Northern Tier many years ago, Gina, I was amazed. There were scouts spending the night in Quincy's, and they were quite comfortable. Blake says 20 degrees positive. What does that mean when it's already below zero? It means quite a bit. And again, it's all about having the right gear. It's all about being prepared. As Blake said, it's not a survival test. It's not like a strenuous, like, can you survive test. These guys and girls were quite comfortable being out in the cold. And as just a kid from Texas, I was amazed by it. It was really, really cool.
It's pretty cool. I imagine when you first get out there's probably a little shock if you're not used to the temperature, but then I do think you're probably right. You're probably thriving after that, and you're prepared by people like Blake who really know the area and know how to stay warm and thrive out there.
That looks almost like a little trail you're going down there, Blake. Is this a hiking trail you're on right now?
So we are making our last descent down to the lake. So we are on Moose Lake, which is at the edge of the Boundary Waters. And we are there now. It looks like we've got another Quincy popped up down here for scouts to sleep in. So this is Moose Lake. So this is actually a lake, believe it or not. We've got close to a foot of ice on Moose right now, which is actually enough to hold a vehicle. So more than enough ice to be able to walk on.
So Blake, you're walking on top of a lake right now. Is that right? Just want to confirm that.
Oh, 100%. And actually,
so these are the same lakes where during the summer they will be canoes going back and forth across this water. Gina and I think we've talked about portaging before, a word that you and I both kind of learned recently as a part of the summer program during the winter. Yeah, Blake, how's the ice right now?
Oh, it's great. Were you guys able to see it?
No, do that. I'm sorry, you cut out for a second. Do that again.
Oh my.
Look at
that. So that's the lake right there. That's the ice that we are walking on.
My mind is blown that you're saying like a vehicle could drive on there. We need to spend just a second to remind everybody why we are looking at, we've never gotten a look at Northern Tier like this on our show before. So this is pretty exciting, but we need to remind everybody why we're here. Today, it is time to register for a high adventure trek. If you like what you're seeing, if this looks like something really appealing to you, or maybe like kind of like an exciting foreign environment, really, you should consider a Northern Tier trek. I'm already like dog sledding.
I know it's
volunteer.
Amazing. Today is the opening of registration for 2025 treks. We've already given away one prize today. In just a few more minutes, we're going to give away our last prize, and that is a slot on an Ukpik camping weekend individual program. All you have to do is get yourself to Ely, Minnesota. They will take care of the rest. As Blake said before, they provide most of the gear. You need to bring your own underwear, your own long underwear, things like that. But again, doesn't matter if you're used to winter camping or not. They will keep you warm. They will teach you how to not just survive out there, but thrive out there. It looks like it's a perfectly clear day. You did a great job arranging the weather for this broadcast, Blake.
Oh yeah, weather cooperated with us today. That's for sure.
Yeah,
so, yeah, this could be you. Walking
Blake,
on
you were telling us earlier, talking about the humidity earlier. It's high humidity out there. A high humidity, you said?
Low humidity. So
humidity.
When the temperature drops, the air can't hold as much moisture, and so we've really got a dry cold. And it's so cold today, and we also have no clouds, and that's not a coincidence. It's so cold that the clouds are unable to form at -20.
Blake, he looks like he's fine, though. Gina, he looks totally fine out there.
I know. We talked about thriving. These are just things I wouldn't know, but they're things you would learn if you're actually headed out to the Northern Tier and training up for the Northern Tier. Blake, this time has flown by. I don't know if you want to go back inside or stay outside, but I just want to ask you before we let you go, have we missed anything? Is there anything else you want people to know if they're considering registering for a trek to Northern Tier today?
Well, we've talked a lot about Ukpik treks, and it's really relevant right now with the current weather, but these lakes thaw out in the summer, and we use them to paddle as well. So we do paddling treks out into the wilderness that range from 6 to 12 days in length. And so summertime is just as awesome here at Northern Tier. You get kind of a true sense of wilderness here. We're on the edge of some massive wilderness areas where you can go for miles and miles without seeing any roads, houses, or even motors.
Yes, you can register right now, not only for the winter programs, but for the summer programs. Hey, Blake, Wild Bill has a question. There are a couple of, it's called Northern Tier High Adventure Bases, because there are a couple of like satellite bases. Those are only for summer use, right? The ones that are up in Canada?
Right. Our Charles L. Summers base is the one that hosts our Ukpik. That's the one in Ely, Minnesota. And then we have 2 bases up in Canada. Only one of them is open for next season and open for registration right now for 2025. And that's our Atikokan base, which is 50 miles in that direction on the other side of a massive wilderness.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, good job by behind the scenes, Brian. We're looking at some pictures now, Blake, of the some of the summer adventures.
What a difference!
It's hard to believe that that's basically where Blake is right now. That lake that you see, that's where he's standing. He's standing on right in the middle, on top of it right now, Gina.
Wild Bill says, Blake speaks the truth. Okay, on that note, Blake, thank you for everything. Thank you, especially for offering this awesome program attendee that we are going to award right now. Again, we're about to give away a Ukpik Camping Weekend individual program spot. So if you can get there, you're covered. How cool is that? And, like some of the gear is included as well, the outer gear. This is going to Janelle Wilson. Janelle, I think you're watching on the Cub Scout, Facebook page. So we'll talk to you and coordinate and see, who in your family is qualified to go. We'll figure all that out, but I'll be messaging you in just a minute and then connecting you to Blake's team. Boy, that's exciting. Thank you for letting us give that away, Blake.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for everything you do.
What a cool honor. Janelle says, thanks so much, by the way, Blake. She's excited. We can tell. We've given away some cool prizes over the years. This is probably the coolest. And as a reminder, this is just the first of 4 live videos. We'll be visiting all 4 high adventure bases today. Philmont, Summit, Florida Keys, Seabase, all that stuff is coming up later today. Today is the opening of the 2025 registration. You don't have to register today, but today is the start of the registration period. It's time to get going. If you're thinking about going in 2025, if you haven't already, go to the website, check out the different treks, talk with your team, talk with your troop, figure out what you're going to do. Congrats to our 2 winners today. Gina, this has been great.
It really has been. Big thanks to Northern Tier again for supplying us with a pretty sweet prize to give away. Also, Alps Mountaineering. You guys have helped us gear up, and I love when we bring up Alps Mountaineering because everyone, it's a very natural sponsor. Everyone is like, yes, we love that brand. And everyone is like, we love Northern Tier. How could you not? What a cool exclusive look. I'm not sure I want to get out there just because I'm still recovering from the cold from yesterday, but give me 2 days and I might be registering for a trek. You never know.
Well, Blake looks great out there. We're going to let him, if he chooses to go inside and warm up now, he can, but he might not do. He might just want to hang out a little bit longer.
He's going to go in a Quincy shelter and just chill.
Hey, Blake, thanks so much for joining us today, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, that concludes.
He's got snow in his beard. He's got ice
I know
in his beard.
he looks so wintry right now. He's just like a winterman right now out there in the wild. He looks great. So this concludes our first show today, guys. Again, check in the rest of the day. You'll get a notification. We're going to go live from Seabase, Philmont, and the Summit, of course, to talk about their programs too. Again, high adventure-based registration opens today for the 2025 season. We gave away a couple of prizes today already. We'll have more to give away later today. All you have to do is comment. The people who won the prize today, all they did was comment. They just said hello or talked about how excited they are about Northern Tier. They didn't have to do anything. Look at Janelle. She's so excited.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
be
you all.
live 3 more times. We're surprising you with wins. So keep your eyes on your Facebooks, comment along. That's how you enter to win a prize. The prize is coming up. If you thought these were big and pretty cool, then you are going to like the next ones. They are equally cool and big.
Absolutely. Gina, we will see you shortly. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back very soon. Bye, everybody.